Okay, so I'm going to do a thumbnail sketch of Aberdeen Ordnance Museum for the fun of it, from memory. I just want to elaborate on my own experiences there. So here's the museum, and I went there with my family for Thanksgiving in the 1970s. The earthquake bomb was there, and a time capsule was there, and Anzio Annie. And then as time went by, there's a T-72, M1 Abrams prototype, something like that. There's the M60 Patton that Lance Coffin was on. Here is a skeleton tank, World War I, 1918, prototype under a canopy that they had set up. Nebelwerfer. There's a CIA airplane. Now, further out, there was a the little David mortar, the 915 millimeter, 14 or 15 millimeter mortar that was going to be used on Japan. And there, I saw this. There is one, and then there was a round that was on exhibit here, and also a gargantuan box that would be subterraneously dug in and this mounted inside of it. I saw all that, and it was further out on the road, out this way. that was pretty cool. Airplane, Nebelwerfer. So then Lance Coffin, he's walking like this, and it's all grass now. He's like walking amongst all the stuff that was once there, and it's tall grass with like wheat heads. It almost seemed like that. Coastal battery, so he walked around that. That was cool. There was a sky sweeper, like a ship busting JDAM, sort of like World War II bomb, radio guided, pretty wicked. Further close this way, Hetzer, the elephant, Porsche elephant, which there's only two of. We Americans had it, and we lent it to the English today, and the Russians have an example. Jag Tiger, Jag Panther, Panzer, Jag Panzer IV, Stug 3G, Stu, S-T-U-H, the howitzer, Stug, sort of. There was also stylized Italian tank destroyers with like a peaked roof, and it was absolutely tiny, and it had like a curlicue return rollers and suspension. It was pretty neat. And then there was an Italian Semoventi 149, and it was like a knocked out hull of their tank, but with a 149 millimeter gun, and it was green and it was trackless. I don't know where that is, but that's pretty neat. The Hydrostat, that's really cool. T-34-85s. I don't know, maybe one is spoked, one is solid, I don't know. Two Panthers, one with a chin, one without. The inevitable MBT-70. A British Mark I, World War I. A British tank from World War I. A Hago, an Atsu, a Japanese TD of some type. Coming back, going this way a little. World War I, Saint Chamond. World War I, Schneider, C1. Soviet 2S1, US M20, armored car, World War II. A Panzer 35T, that was there, in fact, and I wonder where that is. That's a neat piece. See, the Panzer 38T, you would see in Russia as a complete component, But in this country over here, it'd be like knocked down to make self-propelled howitzers, the Hetzer, and altered formats, which is kind of interesting. Okay, going back this way, BRDM T5455. Then over here is a dual 128 millimeter on a loader, or like a low rider dolly, and I made a picture of it. So here's the top of the dolly. I think it was German, and it had tons of axles. It was like a raft of wheels. It had like 5 wheels per axle, I think. It's like really hard to see underneath it from the top. And this is what I saw in my childhood. Here's the side of it, and then here's that the flak battery, dual flak battery from Berlin or wherever, where the 128 millimeters would fire on Soviet tanks and American airplanes or whatnot. The Germans had flak towers, and it'd have like 4 of these mounted in it, and we snatched one up, and we took one of their dollies. So that's pretty funny. And then surreptitiously, one time, Dad and I observed the railroad with rolling stock flatbeds with M1 Abrams tanks on them that looked like they were damaged and being rebuilt and refurbished. So that's the first time I've ever talked about that. So I told Dad we shouldn't get too close because, it's like the museum's over here, and that's probably like military area, government zone. Don't get too close to that. We didn't go like on it or anything. We were like over here. And I said, Dad, let's go back. So we did. That was pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of long, kind of fun. That's it.